Hello, and welcome to Echoes of Color with Jefferey Morrison. How's it going? Alright, I'm almost done this section here of Diamond Art Club's I Am by Ravine Valen. It's this dragon. It's just conjuring up a flame here. It's around 20 inches by 28 inches, 51 centimeters by 71 centimeters. 29 colors and 2 ABs, which stands for Aurora Borealis. Yeah, I thought I'd just do another hour. WIP and chat, I just uploaded a previous one not too long ago. So, hopefully everything's good. Yeah, uploaded the previous WIP and chat, and went for a coffee run. And I'm surprised I still have fingerprints after holding the two mugs here. Coffee's pretty fresh. Take a swig, nice and hot. Alright, and we'll dive in, and then hopefully I'll get these few colors done, and then I'll just swivel the camera and I'll establish a new section. Yeah. I might as well just like do this whole stretch here. Oh, now I'll put my cover reminder up. Go. Whoops. Oh geez. Today's color to drop or throw around is blue, apparently. Okay, I'll get this cover reminder back on. Slide it on. Alright, here we go. Oops, there's that other dark blue. Alright, so this is 336, and it's the dark blue. It's just kind of some shadowing on the wing here. It's kind of folded. Yeah, so I hope everybody's still having a good weekend. Yeah, I just decided to do another hour. So, it's all good. I have no set schedule for these WIP and chats, so I just record as much as I can. Yeah. All good. Yeah, well, the previous WIP and chat was exporting from my editing software, and then I was uploading it to YouTube. I finished the Singularity Trap, some science fiction thing, and I listened to a couple chapters of Stephen King's Billy Summers, his new book, or audio book in this case. Yeah, I think it would be out on hardcover. It came out August 3rd, I believe. Yeah. So, yeah, I just downloaded it onto the Audible app. I had kind of like pre-ordered it with one of my credits that you get every month, I guess. Yeah, so, I don't know. Billy Summers is a hitman, and I guess he's contemplating retiring from being a hitman, and he was offered one more job, and that's all I know so far. So, and he's a hitman that only kills genuinely bad people. So, with Stephen King, this is like a modern era. Yeah, as they mentioned, Donald Trump still president, so it could have been a publishing delay or something, maybe. But yeah, Donald Trump was mentioned, so it takes place in the States somewhere. And yeah. It's obviously a work of fiction. So, yeah. I don't know, just introductory chapters. Yeah, very brief. One was like 10 minutes long. Yeah, I'm listening to it as an audiobook, so yeah, on Audible. So yeah, I probably won't elaborate too much on the audiobooks I listen to because yeah, I'm not very far into it and probably not really one to spoil uh, what happens in the story. I'm not one of those people. Don't want to be. But yeah, he's a hitman, and I guess he's at this point he's contemplating taking the job, and yeah, as far as I can infer, there's going to be some sort of conflict, or somebody's not telling him the whole story, I guess. I don't know, because he's kind of asking questions about who is this guy exactly. So, I don't know. You just never know with Stephen King. It just could really have a twist. It's going to have some sort of twist, and yeah. Or stunning revelation or something. I don't know. I'll see. I don't really know too much, but I don't know. It's just, yeah, I have the credits, so just, yeah, I'll give it a listen. Like 16 hours or something. 16 hours, something, minutes and seconds, yeah. Just gives you the whole length. I'll have to get used to the narrator. I don't know, it's just a different kind of style, I guess, voice to get used to. But I don't know, not just the same person can narrate certain books. You'd kind of have to have like a calm, not drony voice, but just a calm, mellow, level voice that is audible enough to hear and understand and be able to convey the story. I don't know, just, yeah, a nice, gentle, controlled, yet firm voice. Yeah. Kind of like a certain voice for radio broadcasting. So, I don't know, that narrators usually don't bother me, but yeah, I'm sure there's like just some cases where just the narrator just drives some people up the wall and just prevents them from listening to the audiobook. Most people would probably just turn around and grab like a printed ebook copy or an digital ebook copy, or grab the book in hardcover. This would be my first Stephen King as an audiobook, so I saw Duma Key on Audible as well. That's another Stephen King, so I don't know, I've physically read it, like the clown, that shape-shifting nightmare demon thing. Yeah, I read the paperback, like read that book cover to cover. I read The Stand. That was one of my first Stephen King books that I've read. Christine. Insomnia was another one. The Green Mile. I've read that. So that's still Stephen King. Or was it somebody else? I think that was Stephen King. Yeah. Whoops. I don't know. It's like the full book, like all the volumes put together into one novel. A friend of mine gave me a copy of it because he had a couple copies, or you had the individual volumes. For some reason, it was released like that way back when it was published. But yeah, pretty sure I've seen the Green Mile movie a couple times. So anyway, yeah. So I don't know what this Billy Summers book is classified as. I don't know if it's going to be like a thriller or... I don't know, Stephen King, it's going to have a bit of character build up and then something happens to the character and yeah, it goes from there. It just does this thing. No, yeah, but... Yeah, I poured way more blue than I needed, but that's okay. I always do that. Okay, so I just have a couple more colors. There's a few ABs. Yeah, it's just one color of AB. Fill in here. Literally just be using the container. Yeah, just gonna blast all the drills out here. Here we go. Sure got them all. Okay, we're good. Yeah, I had like an hour left of that science fiction ebook, Singularity Trap or whatever. So I just listened to it while my previous WIP and chat was uploading. So all good. Between YouTube, YouTube Music and Audible, Facebook and Instagram, and sometimes Pinterest, those are probably like my most used apps right now. Okay, 137. Yeah, let's do the ABs here. It's just a few, literally. So this is 137. This is an Aurora Borealis, or AB. Yeah, so kind of sparkly. Yeah, this is what I mean by the AB. This is one of the two. So, yeah. Just gently scattered throughout this canvas. It's just usually a minor detail. Yeah, just to kind of add that just a little bit of sparkle or shine onto certain parts of a canvas to kind of emphasize parts, or just add that little bit more gleam. Yeah, they're like orbs of light floating around this dragon. Yeah, throughout the canvas. So these are probably fragments of magic or something, like elements of magic that are just floating in the air, or emanating from the dragon, or as a result of the dragon. I can tell you, it's a fantasy piece, so oh, it's nice little tweaks. I don't mind ABs, just, yeah, I probably mentioned this before, just not the vast majority of the drills. I don't like too much of an AB flourish on canvases. Like the flame over here that I'll like pan over, like there's a kind of a white AB that kind of outlines the fire and parts of the dragon, kind of accentuates details of the dragon and the flame. Okay, that's literally 3755. This is literally like one drill of this color. It's not very much of this 30. It's like kind of like a baby blue. And it's just part of the elements of magic that are orbs that are floating in the air around this dragon. Okay, that's 3755. Okay, there's a left facing arrow here, 3841. Literally just a drill. Yet a lighter blue. Just say it's like a, yeah, it's literally right there. Okay. Give you a lot of extras for some colors that just are like in one or two spots in the canvas, but that's okay. 312. And I'll finish this section. Okay. Alright. So it's still in the shot. Yeah, like literally, yeah, right here. Okay, we're in. Okay, be moving the camera rather shortly. Yeah, just over. We'll establish a... I just might do the rest of this stretch here. Yeah, I just might do this whole last section of the row. Just do another huge section. And this would be the third row complete. Yeah. This is the darker side of the canvas at the moment. And then we're going to be where the flame is momentarily. It's going to be like brighter reds and yellows and oranges. This is where the flame is, physically is, and yeah, where the light is kind of illuminating around the flame. Okay, so that's that section. 312. Okay, I was going to move you a bit. Alright, so how much will I be able to get into the shot here? Let's see. I can always move the stand over a bit. Sorry, that's my arm. Yikes. Just a sec. Might get a little shaky. There. Let's physically move the camera stand. Okay, so where's that? I can always tweak the camera a bit. Can always move my phone accordingly. Okay, so this is like the top of the flame here with the, yeah, that cover minder, yeah, covered here. So just go along the top here. I'll just pull that plastic back a bit. So yeah, I'll just go along the top here. Yeah, I'll truly determine the top edge, and then I'll probably just fill in the rest of this. Oh, sorry about the glare. Yeah, I do have this lamp on. Okay, how about that? Hopefully that's not too dark. Alright, so let's start here. Yeah, I'll cover paper up. Jeez, my hands are so oily. My skin is so oily. Already getting those rare oil marks, fingerprints on the cover paper. Okay, so here we are. New section. Yeah, this is partially why I'm doing. Let's turn that light back on actually. Okay, okay. Not too bad for the glare. And I can, there we go. Here's the solution. Just move the canvas a bit. And that's about, man, I can't get the whole section in there. Okay. Oh, well, won't mess with it too much. We'll get it perfect. Okay. See what we have along the top here. Y, yellow, that, P, S. Okay, yeah, this symbol here seems like a good kind of, to make a line, kind of a barrier point. That would be 742. So we'll just establish a border again. Okay, let's get 742 out here. And yeah, we'll just, yeah, I'll just start with this color, even though it's not exactly in order. Okay, 742, double check. Okay, so it's just this yellow. Okay, so I'll just go along the top here. And we'll dive right in. Okay, there. So this is like more of the dragon's chest here. Yeah, here, and then the underwing, and then flame, and then more underwing. So, yep. And right here is the tip of the dragon's wing. We were doing the outside of the wing in the section that we just literally finished. So, yeah, so you get an idea. There, I can visually show you. 42. Okay, so at this point, we're third row, I can safely say. Yeah, we're just doing this. So, top portion, under wing, tip of the wing. Yep, that's about where we're in this right now. Yeah, I'm working from the bottom up, obviously. But you know, yep. Yeah, we diamond painters certainly do stuff different. Yeah, 22 minutes in already. Okay. Yeah, no good. It's all good. Just making sure I'm not going over the hour mark. Yeah, you can look at it and you're like just 20 minutes in, and then you look at it again, which seems like just a few minutes, and you're like at the hour mark, and it's like, oh, okay. Okay, so just establishing a barrier again, and I'll just proceed to fill in this color. Just so I don't diamond paint like all over the place. Yeah, I just like doing this. Yeah, as for ebooks, I'll listen to this Billy Summers, the Stephen King one. Holy cow, cover minders be having a good time. Yeah, I'll listen to this Billy Summers. Yeah, it's just a nice break from the sci-fi for a book. And then, yeah, I'll dive into like iRobot, which is like a trilogy. Yeah, my brother gave me, or, yeah, bought me one part of the iRobot trilogy. Yeah, science fiction. Yeah, it covers the 3 laws that robots have to follow, or are programmed to follow, and then, yeah, kind of explores that idea, man versus machine kind of thing. And then the implications of those rules not being followed eventually. I don't know if they're all tied to I think the books are just tied together with like the 3 laws of robots or whatever. Because the Will Smith rendition of iRobot, I believe, is possibly based on the 3rd book, where one robot ends up killing somebody. But yeah, robots are not meant to murder humans, a human, but must have been programmed to otherwise, as it says in the synopsis of the third book. With science fiction, it's kind of that we could be headed in that direction of automation or that level of AI intelligence. I don't know if the robot can express feelings. I don't know if it's still, like, it literally looks like a robot, so. I don't know if it conveys emotion or empathy or anger in these books. I don't know. I'll just go through the books in order. Just listen to them in order. Book 1, Book 2, Book 3. Yeah. All good. I don't know, that cyberpunk futuristic kind of stuff is kind of cool. Yeah, just those kind of ideas. Those broad spectrum ideas and the implications, or the risks, or the fears that come with that level of advancement in technology. We're probably on the cusp. Like, we do have, like, robots that have human forms, human-like forms, or physiology that's human-like, I guess. Yeah. That's one just scary thought. To an extent. Depends on how you look at robotics. But yeah. Robots becoming sentient, like human races, can kind of think for themselves. I think that's what it means. Sentient. It was kind of mentioned in the singularity trap there. That man is sentient. And kind of an existential threat if anything happened to planet Earth. The human race went extinct by our own hand, or yeah. Oh, the kind of nanites in the book are probably like thousands of years ahead of mankind. Like they're immortal kind of thing. And they can replicate themselves and go across galaxies and study human behavior and all that, according to that book. And they kind of converted the main character into, I don't know, part nanite. Like, main character could be in space without a spacesuit, all that. He didn't have to worry about breathing or eating or sleeping. Yeah, it was just converted. Yeah, so. Alright, yeah, so I'll start down here and kind of fill in. Okay, establish a border. Like, yeah, that's good. I just looked for a color that was pretty consistent, or that was occurring a lot along the border there. Yeah, so I kind of have a visual idea. Oh, excuse me. Okay. Oops. Yeah, I do have a few of the Outlander books where there's a woman, the main character that's a woman who touches Stonehenge or something and goes back in time, or time travel. Yeah, I think that's what it's called, Outlander. Yeah. It was like a series, on that aired on certain station, or yeah. I don't know how many books there are in the series, but it's still going, apparently. I don't know what age they're in now. Oh, they just travel through time. Yeah, she somehow manages to travel back in time by touching Stonehenge. I read a couple chapters of Outlander. My mom read through a few books of the series. She had them sticking around. I was like, oh, this is kind of an interesting concept. But yeah, Dinah Gablin, if I'm saying her name right. Yeah, I don't think the series is done yet. Oh, she's just taking her time writing it. Yeah. I don't know if it's like the American Revolution or something. She could be headed for World War I or something. 2? I don't really know the time frame, really. I'm sure there are tons of characters, and there's some sort of conflict that main character gets into with her love interest, and her presence or something, and then she somehow ends up at Stonehenge or something and just gets thrown down the rabbit hole back in time somehow, and ends up falling for this man that's in the past or something. Yeah, I don't know too much. I didn't read too far. Yeah, Outlander. So it's kind of historic fantasy. Historic science fiction, maybe? I don't know. I'll say historic fantasy romance. Yeah. I never watched the show based on the books. I don't know if each season was a book, or I don't know, there's got to be 6 or 7 books by now, if not more. I have a few of them. Outlander, Dragonfly, and Amber. Yeah, they're really out there kind of titles, and they're juicy. They're big. Yeah, each book is quite an installment. I guess a lot happens. Kind of a saga, per se, I guess would be accurate. Yeah, it's accurate to say. Kind of like Game of Thrones. Is that ever going to be finished? Just read snippets of the first book. probably a good third. And a whole bunch of people die. And yeah, you'd almost have to have map of a Wisteros for that to understand what's going on there. Yeah, characters doing a whole bunch of different stuff. I don't know if groups of characters eventually meet or yeah, that's a whole other fantasy. Yeah, that's multi-continent kind of conflict in Game of Thrones there. I don't know too much about it. Kind of has quite the scope to it, I guess. Various kingdoms vying for some throne of swords. The Grey Throne or the Sword Throne, made entirely out of swords and weaponry. I don't know, it was portrayed well in the HBO rendition of the books. I think each season was a book. So, yeah, I don't know too much about Game of Thrones, but I'm sure there are some fans or people who have heard of Game of Thrones or Outlander. Yeah, Jon Snow and all that. Yeah, people went crazy for that actor. Guy who played that actor, and people were freaking out that one character was gone or something. I don't know. It's kind of like The Walking Dead as well. Yeah, those are like 3 entirely different universes. Holy cow. Don't want to confuse anybody. One's time traveling. One's a certain age. Like, certain segment of time in that era, in that universe, Game of Thrones. And then Walking Dead is like the future post-apocalyptic or during zombie outbreak or walkers, sorry. Oh gosh, better not say zombie. Which I did, and then, yeah, I'm correcting myself. Walkers in The Walking Dead. Started out as a graphic novel, I believe, and became a TV show on AMC. American, I don't know what that stands for, but yeah. I don't know if a friend of mine is still invested in that show or not. I have a few of the seasons on DVD, but many times I've watched the pilot of the pilot episode of The Walking Dead, where it basically lays out the situation. It's basically a group of survivors that have to fend off the coming apocalypse and a few other obstacles against survivors that have different ideas, ideals, or goals. Generally not for the good of others. Yeah, your common post-apocalyptic kind of atmosphere. Different factions that have various good and bad intentions. Yeah, I haven't read any of the graphic novels or anything from The Walking Dead, but they created a character named Daryl for... Do I have that right? Daryl for the TV show? Yeah, they totally just made him up and incorporated him into the narrative eventually. Yeah, here I am talking about books and TV shows that I haven't really seen, but are kind of my interest spectrum in terms of what I like reading, or yeah, fantasy and science fiction, and yeah. Yeah, I do like that kind of stuff. But yet again, holy cow. It's like, that's a lot to just... You have to be in like a certain zone of mind for each of those different genres or stories. Yeah, Walking Dead's future, near future, maybe. Post-apocalyptic, and then Outlander's time travel, kind of historical romance, I guess you could, yeah. And then Game of Thrones is fantasy, medieval fantasy, I guess. I don't know, there's dragons, there's, I think, undead, like way up north, like an undead army, like a forgotten faction of people, or there's a huge wall that one of the kingdom's guards, one of the royal family guards, or kingdom family's guard, they're just appointed up there. It's like freezing cold, and yeah, there's a guard post to prevent this one faction from invading the rest of Westeros. Yeah, just I hear snippets and details of these universes. I don't really heard too much of The Walking Dead, to be honest with you. Yeah. It's just, wow, it's amazing what's out there. And amazing how much you can like spin off of a show. There's like a Lord of the Rings series coming to Netflix, I believe, or something, in 2022. So I feel like Lord of the Rings, they're doing like a series. I don't know what that's about. That's quite a universe in itself. Middle Earth. Yeah, I don't know what they're doing with that. Yeah, here am I talking about books again. E-books. Oh. Yeah, it's Saturday. Yeah, got a new section. This started now. Yeah, this certainly isn't taking as long as on Golden Shores. Yeah, rounds do go faster. Round drills. I just changed this wax too. Seems like I'm having issues grabbing drills as it is. Yeah, I talked about that J.D. Robb. Yeah, In Death. That's kind of future science fiction, mystery, romance. Female cop, Eve Dallas. Yeah. I know, summer did kind of beach reads, and like, you just think about reading, or I do during the summer. How most TV shows are on hiatus or on break, and then they'll come back in the fall and the winter when everybody's inside again. Oh, because it's, yeah, winter around here. November, December, September. I don't know, all those cop shows and medical shows will come back. Lawyer shows, legal shows. I just kind of go, yeah, have fun. Just, yeah, no thanks. Probably end up watching snippets of episodes, but yeah. I do not get too invested in that kind of stuff. Oh, a new show. It's like, oh great, another medical show. Who asked for this one? Yeah, another cop show, and it's like, well, yeah, shows that are actually like pretty cool or been around for a while, like The Good Witch. Last season of that, if it's not already done its run, not already finished its final season. Yep, 7 seasons, that's done. I guess the actors got a better offer, or they told what they wanted to tell. Yeah, it went from like season finale to series finale. Then a couple weeks. Like, what? Yeah, I think Good Witch actually wrapped up not a couple weeks ago. My mom has that on the PVR. Yeah, I'll sit through an episode or 2 of that. I don't mind that one. Catherine Bell plays the Good Witch. I don't know. Her first love interest is now in Heartland. Like, yeah, was a cop. And I guess he got shot or killed on the job so the actor could go to Heartland. Yeah, he only lasted, I think, 1 or 2 seasons, like her first husband, and I believe they did get married. It could be the first or second season where her first love interest passes away, gets shot, line of duty. And then second love interest comes along in like later seasons, and they get married, and yeah, not really spoiling it. It's just kind of it's kind of how it goes. But it's on W Network, or you can Stack TV or something. You can probably watch the whole series. You can probably stream it off of some streaming service. Yep. And it's had its run. It's a Hallmark original presentation, so I guess it was getting too expensive or something. I guess you have to pay the actors more as you go through the seasons, I guess. I don't know how that stuff works. I don't know. They're like side movies. Yeah, quite a franchise. The Good Witch. I think they're like based on books. I wouldn't be surprised. Novels, maybe. Middleton is the town in that universe. I think it's filmed up here, or had been filmed up here, somewhere in Ontario. Cambridge or something, maybe. I don't know. Some house up here in Canada, and they like filmed. Probably filmed the show here. Ontario somewhere. I guess. Grey House, I guess, wherever. I don't know. It's kind of cool, but I don't know. Guess all things must come to an end. Good things must come to an end. quite unfortunate. Kind of like Nancy Drake or Frankie Drake, sorry. Yeah, it was on CBC. Yeah, it was canceled after a couple seasons. Just abruptly canceled, and Murdoch Mysteries is still going. I find that to be, that's like more than 10 seasons. Yeah, it's been a long running show there. It's still going, I guess. Now, I guess Frankie Drake really didn't catch on. I don't know, ratings or something affected that show. All of a sudden, they're like shooting their last episode, and it's like, yeah, I'm not gonna renew. It's just like, what? I wasn't really invested in it anyway. There were a couple episodes of Murdoch Mysteries shot here in St. Mary's, Ontario, Canada. Yeah, there are a couple train station scenes, like our local train station. They did filming there, and a couple places downtown St. Mary's for some scenes, like a storyline or two, episode or two. Yeah, and then there was like a previous season jewelry store that's not really occupied. Yeah, it just had that period aesthetic of the show. It's a period piece, early 1900s, I guess. Yeah, so yeah, it's based in like old Toronto. Yeah, it's like a 20th century Toronto, I guess. 19th century. I don't know. A couple centuries ago. Yeah, it's that kind of setting, but yeah, it's done pretty good for it running where it is now, probably 11th or 12th season. Wow, all good. Well, I'm sure eventually that's gonna run its course and be done. There's obviously new shows being introduced to networks. Like, try airing them in the fall and see if they make the cut. They'll just probably disappear. Some of them will disappear. Yeah, there's like a remake of Fantasy Island that's airing now. Episodes of that. I'm like, is this a remake? Fantasy Island, I don't know. It's what you desire manifested on this secluded island or something. I don't know if it's like a rehash of a previous concept. Don't think it's Gulligan's Island or whatever it's called. I don't think it's anything like that. Yeah, and then there's like a Love Island kind of reality show, and I'm just, no thanks, Big Brother. Yeah, the American version. There's Big Brother Canada as well. It's just half-hour installments or whatever of what's going on in those houses. Just heavily camera-heavy house setting. It's really a soundstage, like a house built on a soundstage, and these people, these group of individuals is just has to work together or against each other to win a certain amount of money or something after competing, doing weird events, and they're not allowed to communicate with the outside world. Most of the time. I'm sure there are points where you can communicate with family members or something, but yeah, it's just winner takes all, I guess, kind of competition. So I watched Big Brother years ago. Might have been an American one. Yeah. There was like a website where you could see how the house was doing. Oh, excuse me. You could see video, like a live feed of what the house guests were doing. And you pay a fee or something, or a subscription fee to, get access to those video feeds or something. Yeah, it was. And they kind of they vote each other. They do competitions and they compete to become head of household, to make like decisions in the house for like a week or something. There's a whole lot to it. TV is just, it's an interesting social experiment it's like in the UK. It's international kind of thing, I'm sure. But yeah, it's recently come to Canada. Yeah, been adapted for Canadian contestants, and yeah, there's a UK version, and yeah, just a whole bunch of different ethnicities, men, women, etc., etc. And yeah, it's just a social experiment, and then it's just filmed. I'm sure Love Island is the same thing, just a bunch of single people, or perceived single people, men and women, and yeah, Love Island. So probably having they're staying at a house, and then yeah, they see what kind of chemistry unfolds, and I'm not going to look into any of that. It's probably very mature themed, really very mature situations, obviously. Probably tons of bad decisions made there. But it's not my judgment. It's reality TV. I don't know. Big Brothers has to be produced to a point. Like they'll be able to call medical staff if somebody's like, yeah, they'll be automatically out of the competition. But yeah, Love Island, I'm sure there's medical staff on site, but it's kind of offhand, just to kind of see what happens. But I don't know too much about that kind of stuff. Yeah. The host, yeah, there's some sort of structure to it, but I'm sure like the whole point of it is to minimize outside interaction and kind of let the house guests fend from themselves. But there's like competitions in Big Brother where if you win this event, then you have certain privileges for a week or something, or you won't be able to get voted out of the house. Yeah, it's reality TV that'll probably be around for a really long time. Certain renditions. That's more like a game show contest format. There are like actual like History Channel, Lost and Alone, literally Naked and Afraid. Those are different dynamics of reality TV. probably more psychologically geared. I think Big Brother's more entertainment, kind of tilted. Yeah, you either like who's in the house with you, or there's certain personality. Certain personalities screened into the show to kind of create mixed chemistry. Yeah, it's a big social experiment. Like, put a small group of people in a house and they can't like leave or anything or contact the outside world, and see how squirrely people get, or how people's personalities really show over a period of time. Kind of like it in that mentality. Like, you kind of get to understand human behavior, or what happens when human behavior is tested to certain limits. Yeah. Yet again, I'm not one who is invested in TV shows or anything like that. It's just some things do catch my attention, and I get somewhat of an interest, but not a totally 100% invested interest. And that's probably basically the hour. Yep. So, yeah, you've been watching Echoes of Color with Jeffery Morrison. As I always say, I put my Facebook profile name down below in the description, along with my Facebook business Echoes of Color page, just to kind of post progress on this canvas. I'll probably post a picture of this section completed, or just take a picture of this row maybe. Yeah, it's just kind of like an update kind of webpage, kind of tied in with the YouTube channel here, Echoes of Color, and my Instagram as well. And yep, same thing. Just kind of post an update. Hey, here's how my present canvas is doing. Yeah, sometimes I link the YouTube channel, but yeah, it's just general progress. But yeah, anyways, yep, get this uploaded, and yeah, another whip and chat. Yeah, just casually hanging out for an hour or so, and then, yep. Ooh. Oh, cow. Oh, excuse me. Okay, so, yeah, take care. See you around.